Test series, and boy oh boy, they've done exactly that. 352 is what South Africa had finished with, and that meant that Pakistan had to climb a mountain, and they've done it in some style. Two centurions on the day that we will be talking about, but hats off to that Pakistan run chase. The two big stats that you need to know over here. Number one, this is the highest successful chase by Pakistan in ODI history. Take some time to digest that. The other one, the 260 run stand that you saw between Rizwan and Salman Agha for the fourth wicket, is also a record partnership for the fourth wicket that you saw. 122 is what Rizwan ended with. 134 is what Salman Agha ended with. And he, of course, for being the highest run scorer in this match, is also the player of the match. Plenty that we saw today, in excess of 360, 380 runs, in fact, 680 runs, beg your pardon for that poor math, in fact 700, let me make that you saw today, and plenty to see over there. And Pakistan have indeed made a big statement, because if you had any concerns about Pakistan not having the firepower to get to such totals, and remember, they will be playing most of their matches, the group stage matches, just the one match they'll be playing away from home, but the other two matches will be played on home soil. And what have we seen in the series so far? High scoring matches. Pakistan could not do so, or could not mount that bigger total in the first match that they played against New Zealand. But look what they've done today. They have showed that they've got the firepower, and it all happened because of a blistering start that they got. Fakhar Zaman, they have him in the side for a reason. He scores a quick fire 40 odd. Babar Azam, in comparison, scratchy, but together the two of them ensured that Pakistan were off to an absolute flyer. Once that happened, in fact, they go on to lose not just the two openers, but they lost the wicket of Saud Shakil as well in the 11th over now. But by then, see what had happened. You had posted 91 runs, 90 odd runs. You had posted by the 11th over, and that gave a very solid foundation, which is what Rizwan and Salman Agha then thrived on. The aggressor was Salman Agha. Rizwan was more of an accumulator, but look how they went about their business, perfectly complementing each other as well. And Salman Agha finishing at a strike rate, look at that, of 130. Rizwan with a strike rate of 95. So the two of them knew what their roles are going to be in this run chase. The platform was there, and they were finding the gaps with rather ease. And it was, the kind of paisa vasool act that you want to see. And at the National Stadium in Karachi, that's what the crowd got. They got their money worth today in that stadium, and it was an absolute run fest that you saw. In fact, that's been the common theme in this series. Look at that. Look at the scores that you've seen in the series so far. There have already been matches in which you've seen 300 plus runs being scored. Two of them I remember very well, 305 that were posted the other day. And look, today as well, as I said, total in totality, you had about 700 runs being scored. So this is what you expect in Pakistan in the Champions Trophy going forward. And Pakistan have made a statement today that while we may concede those many runs, we also have the firepower to go ahead and chase such totals as well. And this is where some of the other teams will be banking, especially England. We were talking about this is what England would want when they play their matches in Pakistan. The surfaces that they played on here in the three-match series, different to what the conditions in Pakistan will be like, and that's what we've seen in this series. So what we saw was runs galore today, and of course it's an absolute punishment for bowlers at times to be bowling in Pakistan. But I'm afraid the Champions Trophy ahead could also be what exactly has happened in this series. It is not going to be. It's going to be merciless, batting from the batters, because the ball just comes on very nicely. That's how cricket is played in Pakistan, regardless of formats. Can I add, because one cannot forget the way that England played over there last year. But lots and lots of runs. That's what you expect in the Champions Trophy going forward. And today, not the day to talk about much as far as bowling is concerned. But look at South Africa as well. A quick word on South Africa. They would have thought at the halfway stage that they've done enough. 352 on most days is a good enough total for. Or 9 times out of 10 you're winning with that kind of total. There were 3 batters who got into the 80s, in fact, including a Klassen and a Bavuma. So all batters, in fact, that you saw, or most of them, were getting the starts, and the ball was just coming on so very nicely. But look, what happened in the second innings. No deterioration as far as the conditions are concerned. And if you're a batter in form, this is exactly where you want to be. You want to be batting in Pakistan. And yeah, it just gives some teams that rely purely on batters, let's say in England, that want to play this fiery, this baseball cricket that they are thriving upon, or they think they're thriving upon. Those are the conditions that are likely to suit a few teams. But well, my heart just goes out to bowlers at the moment. There's nothing much that you can really do, because the conditions, the surface just don't suit you over there, and that's what the series has also told us. So that's that. Get set now for the final. It's going to be the last ODI before the Champions Trophy that you will see Pakistan be involved in. And they'll be taking on New Zealand. It was a straight shootout between the two sides. Who makes it to the final? It'll be played day after, and after that, well, we'll be looking forward to the 19th. That's when the curtain raiser will be as far as the Champions Trophy is concerned. I'm going to take your leave right now. We also have heard from the Indian head coach. He's let us, let us in on a couple of things as far as the Indian 11 is concerned. So in case you're still looking for answers, if Mohammad Shami starts or not in the 11, because you saw him feature only in one match, if you still think a Rishabh Pant can play ahead of a KL Rahul, well, all those answers have been given to us by Gautam Gambhir. We've done a separate video on that. Do check that out in the live section, in those videos that you will find over there. But for now, I'll take your leave. Subscribe to Sports Today, importantly, if you haven't done so already. Take good care, guys. Bye-bye. Good night. And yeah, see you rather soon.